through it all. Hell and back, cold nights, lonely days. I had to adapt.
Yo, people, come back to the fix. It's going on here with Ari. And we have a special guest in the building.
Yeah.
All right. Bang Em Smurf.
What's up? What's going on, my brother?
Bless up, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the fix, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Thanks for being here with us, bro.
I mean,
problem.
Mr. Bravo is like, you gotta talk to Bang Em. You gotta talk.
Shout out to Johnny Bravo. That's the plug. That's the plug. He connect the dots.
Yeah. I mean, you know, doing the research, you have an interesting story.
Yeah.
And it just connects to the whole movement.
Yeah.
But for those who don't know, can you please just introduce yourself?
Well, you know me, man. I'm a South Jamaica Queens legend. Bang Em Smurf, man. I've been in this hip hop game since like the 90s, early 90s. I used to run with the Lost Boys first. Okay. That's my big homies. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Freaky Time, Mr. Cheeks, but they're a big hip hop group in the early 90s from my neighborhood. Yeah, so I used to run with them early, got a lot of schooling from them, soak a lot of game up from them from young. Yeah.
But you were born in Trinidad, right?
Yeah, I was born in Trinidad. I migrated to America in 88.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much, you're a young kid. A kid.
Yeah, my culture,
Yeah. But
my
you know,
culture.
I always wonder, like,
lifestyle.
for people who live, you know, majority of their lives in a different place than when they grow up, like, do you consider yourself more American? Or do you consider
I know I'm a Trinidadian, but I got more American culture because that's what I knew. I left here as a little kid, so I grasped to that culture, and you know.
Yeah, and I don't hear the accent, the Trini accent.
And I've been here 15 years. I never really picked up on the accent. Yeah.
I'm sure people still, when them introduce you, like, them first time seeing, it's like, oh, so when you leave America, they're like 15 years. Like, what?
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I hear that all the time, man. How you still got that accent? Yeah.
You don't try it to sound Trini?
Yeah, I just don't sound right.
You can't be worse than Naro.
No, I think I am worse than him. I'm the worst.
Seriously?
Oh, the Trini accent.
Yeah.
Worse than that?
Yeah, we're worse than yours.
Let me hear it.
Where's your sing, yeah? Told you, no good.
That's so good. That's so basic. I like how everybody says.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But I get it, yeah. So, you know, you're more hip hop.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say street.
Now I'm just more, you know, more Yankee.
Yeah. Yankee,
Cultural.
true.
What they call that? Trini Yank?
Mm.
Trini Young.
Yeah, when you combine the two, Trinidad and Yankee.
That's not
Is that a term?
No,
nah, I don't think so.
So from that group now to how you get into G Unit, how that story?
Well, see, we all from the same community.
Okay.
Like, so, but in that Lost Boy era, at that time, I'm hustling. I'm selling heroin, selling crack or whatever, you know. In that time in the 90s, that's the hustler era. Like, everybody was getting money.
How easy it is to get into that game? Like,
It's
it
not
seems
really-
like everybody during that time, the ease of entry into that game seems so easy.
It's not really easy because you got to be really built for it to come outside. First of all, you got to make it outside to be a part of the game. And a lot of dudes can't make it out from their porch. It's just too brutal.
Yeah.
You know, it gets serious. So you really got to be built for that in that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, once you built for it and, you know, see, I was younger, so I was always outside early, hard-headed, and the OGs always took a liking to me.
Was it a case that your mom or dad, whoever you migrated with,
My mom's.
your mom, she worked as a nurse or?
Yeah, of course. That's what they all do.
Yeah. So, you know, she was constantly busy.
Yeah, she working 3 jobs a day, so I got all the free time in the world. So, you know.
Was your dad around?
Nah.
No, okay.
That's why my mother left Trinidad to get away from him.
Oh, no. Okay.
Back then he was a police, you know, so he was a Rolling Stone. So wherever he laid his hat was his home. Yeah, he had like 10 kids out here and all that. So, you know.
I knew hat referred to something else.
Yeah. So, you know, my mom's wasn't really digging that. So, you know. And she was the last one to leave. She really tried to stay back and make it work for me and my sister's sake, the kids' sake. So, yeah, so she got fed up and just, you know, ride out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So she was working constantly. So I guess, you know, were you able to stay connected to your family out here?
No.
Because
the majority of my family was in America. Because my mother was the last to leave.
Oh,
yeah.
So even your father with the other.
Nah, my father stayed out here.
Yeah. So that's what I was wondering.
That's why I said my mother left him and went to America.
Yeah, no. My question was like, were you able to stay connected to your dad?
Nah, I ain't really want to talk to him. You know me. Like as that age is wherever my mother was at, I'm cool. Like once I'm by mommy, I don't care about nothing else.
No.
Yeah, because my pops wasn't really around, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get
you know, once you're a police back then, he used to move with boroughs. Those was the most dreaded police ever in Trinidad, the flying squad. Back before Alexander, I don't know if you know them. And before them, it was the flying squad with boroughs in them. And my pops was on the boroughs.
So he was always gone, always moving. Oh, okay.
What were the other 2 jobs your mom worked?
She worked in a department store called Bobby's back then.
No.
And she used to do little part-time restaurant joints.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you always had like a hustling mentality.
Yeah, watching mommy.
Yeah.
And I was like 12 paying the light bill, so that felt good for me.
For real?
Yeah, you know, coming off the block, you know what I mean? Seeing mommy struggle, you could give her $200 US at that age in 93.
Was your mom okay with this? Like, did she ask questions? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, she asked questions, but the bills got to get paid, so she had no choice but to be cool with it.
Really?
Yeah, if she not getting paid this fortnight, what's she going to do?
And she see how far with so much money too.
Yeah. But my mom's was always cool. My mom's understood. Like she always prayed for me highly, and she just knew I was different. Because even when I was a little kid in Trinidad, I was always different. So she just prayed for me.
She couldn't control you when you were children?
From young, no.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just tell us how rough was that game, like? I'm sure you got into scraps and probably some close calls.
Yeah, we got into a lot of scraps, shootouts, almost died at an early age, you know. I'm seeing my homies die in front of me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten shot?
Nah, I was blessed. I never got shot.
Wow.
What shot at, I'm sure.
Yo, we got shot at a million times. But
Gotcha.
yeah, but that game is like, you know what you signing up for, man. Like at that age, we was more advanced and militant than this generation of kids. Remember, it wasn't really no social media, none of that. So we really had to study, sit down, and come up with game plans.
And plus, the Caribbean too.
Yeah, you know that. And we was always wilder than them. Yeah, I had no choice, because especially as a little kid, when I was up there in school, they used to make fun of us. So that's when I really started, you know, getting in a lot of trouble.
Because I'm sure
too.
you probably accent when you were younger, you had the accent.
They thought I was Haitian.
Oh,
Them think,
because they ain't really know Trinidad. Jamaican and Haitian.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Jaja.
Yeah, but the game was rough. I'm just happy to be blessed. I always just was blessed. Yeah.
I mean, did you always think that? I mean, I'm sure no one goes into selling drugs as like a career path. Like, what were your other options? Did you think you wanted to do anything else?
I was still young, but I always know we was going to do the music because my OGs was doing the music.
Okay.
So that's why I said they always used to hand me around.
Okay.
Like I'm on the block hustling 12, 13, 14. My OGs is like 5 years older than me, 10 years older than me. I'm bringing them weed. You know what I mean? Making sure they get sneakers and stuff, because a lot of rappers and artists is not really hustlers.
Okay.
They just got a talent.
Yeah.
You know, they could pull words together.
Yeah.
So I always stood out. So I was invested in my OGs from young.
I never had any thoughts to do dancehall, you know? Did you
Nah, back then it was just hip hop, because once I left Brooklyn, because I was more Caribbean vibe, because when I went in Brooklyn, East 34 between Snyder and Tilden, that's like Flatbush. So the whole community is West Indian. So
I'm assuming that's the Biggie and the Biggie.
Yeah, the Biggie neighborhood, Biggie Smalls from Brooklyn, all them. I don't know if you're familiar with Special Ed. He was one of the first I got in May, like original hip hop. He was a guy from my hood, so I was one of the first entertainers I met, because he was from my community.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but then he moved to Queens.
No, but before I moved to Queens, that's how I got intact with dancehall.
Okay.
Because my older cousins and all them, when they throw the parties, that's all they playing. The Super Cats, the Bounty Killer, the Buju Banton, Dembo. What's my boy name? Them Shabba Ranks, you know. So yeah, I grew up on them.
Okay.
Till this day, like when I get in my, like when I'm down, that's what I listen to bring me back in that essence and
the
time.
OGs, yeah.
And then when I moved to Queens, I just got turned out on America, man. Just got turned out.
Fully.
That's why like I'm fully American.
Because I left my family and them behind me because my mother wanted to move to Queens for a better life.
Okay.
Because Brooklyn was like, too serious. I was living in apartment buildings and all that. And my bedroom was, my window seeing the whole block. So I'm seeing all the activities. So I had no choice but to be a part of it anyway.
Oh, so like that's like the beatings and the
who
selling.
Getting beat up, who getting cut. Yeah.
Jaja.
You know what I mean? The drug sales.
Why people make you think that America was just this bed of rose? Like,
no way.
When you go foreign, you instantly make it.
Nah, no way. You got to really bust your ass and struggle, especially for an immigrant.
Yeah.
It's not easy at all. Only the strong survive.
To this day.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Jaja.
So the coke selling and how you got into the music officially from
boom. Back then, we was the Lost Boys, so that was like a hip hop crew and a street crew.
Yeah.
So my big homies was Freaky Tino, and that's 134. That's my own neighborhood in Queens. That's on my neck. 134 God Brewer. So they just got a deal with Universal. You dig? So they used to take us to the studios and the videos, and I just learned a lot from them, soaking everything in. So he wound up dying in 99. But before that, 50 was always already on the block, though. He was boo-boo. So while I'm hustling, he hustling. He wasn't doing the music thing back then.
Yeah.
You dig? So boom. I'm on the block now with the homies or whatever. We hustling. They always take me to the studio. A little kid out. You know what I mean? Tell my moms I'm going to shows or whatever.
How old are you?
I'm like 14, 15. At the time, like when they landed their deal. And they popping right now. Lifestyles of the Rich and Shameless. You know what I mean? That was their first single. Took off, put our neighborhood on the map. And this, like I was saying, this is the same neighborhood Boo Boo from 50 Cent. He was a big drug lord from our neighborhood.
Oh.
So at the time I was doing the music and hustling, he was locking the whole community. He had the bricks. Yeah, he was the big stepper. You know what I mean? So my boy Freaky Ty, the big homie, wound up dying in 99 when I was 18.
Wow.
Yeah, so like everybody had to reinvent themselves, especially from our side, the Lost Boys side, because he was the known major figure in the community, doing everything for the hood, really taking care of the hood, even though they got their deal. Did a lot for the kids.
So he was like the artist, the main artist, and he was the one that you were rolling with.
He put our block on the map. So from Jamaica, Queens, there was only two big rap stars. You had the Lost Boys and you had Onyx. Yeah, Onyx was the first one who blew. That's Fredro Star. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
He wound up being a consultant of my company.
Onyx, me know them as Onyx.
Yeah, he the actor.
Really?
Yeah. He used to
ONYX, right?
Yeah, he used to play Q from Oisha. He wound up being the actor.
I know him. That's what I'm like, cut this out.
Yeah, we gonna get to him because he wound up coming back to the hood after I left 50 and gave me a nice deal. But yeah, so I learned the music from the Lost Boys. So when Freaky Todd died, rest in peace, the hood just lost motivation and everybody had to reinvent themselves and find themselves again. So, that's when I really just started hustling hard and took over the whole block.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So at the time, 50 is getting his feet wet in the music business. You know what I mean? That's around 97, now 98, 99, 50 making a name for itself. He just dropped How to Rob. You know what I mean? So I'm running behind him now. You know what I mean? And you could check his first video out, the murder video, Your Life on the Line. He did that in 98. I'm in that as well.
You in the club video?
Yeah, in the club video. That was our biggest single. That's what I'm talking about before we even formed G-Unit. Yeah, because remember, before we formed G-Unit, he had a solo career with Columbia. Yeah. And then when he got shot with Columbia, they dropped him because he got shot in his mouth. Yeah. They thought he couldn't, you know what I mean, speak no more. And he was warned with Murder Inc. And Ja Rule was the big boy at the time. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when he got dropped, he came back to the hood. I mean, he reached out to Tony Yayo. You know what I mean? That's the one of the G-Unit members and co-founder. At the time, you know what I mean? They just killed Freaky Ty. So I'm out there in the hood wilding. I'm selling heroin. I'm busting my gun. I'm spinning on everything because I really looked up to Freaky Ty. You know what I mean? That was my big homie. He took care of me. Like, they ain't had to do the things they did for me. Yeah. I was 10 years younger than him. Yeah. He died at 28. I was 18. You dig? So boom. When 50 got hit up, that's how we formed G-Unit. He hit Yayo like, yo, what's up? Who name ringing bells in the hood right now? You know, Yayo like, come on, man. You know, Smurf is the top gun in the hood. You know what I mean? So 50, that's the way he was letting me know. He looking to start a crew now. He see he couldn't do it himself.
Okay.
So he wanted.
So this is like it wouldn't be a musical crew. It would be a
street crew first.
Okay.
Yeah, but a musical crew at the same time.
The side job.
Yayo came back to the hood and was like, yo, 50 wanna holler. Yo, I'm like, yeah, for sure, what's popping? I'm busting my gun in the hood for free anyway, man. If we could get rich behind us, I'm all in. So then 50 came back to the hood like a week later. He snuck through the barber shop. He came with like 2 guns on him. So he picked me up and we went on a little spin, put a little work in. And then we wound up, telling me the situation, what he want to do. Then he was like, yo, I'm going to come get you next week. We're going to go to the Poconos and really chop everything up. So the next week came, we went to the Poconos, me and a few other homies. Root Boy, rest in peace. My boy El Dorado, Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks. So we all went up to the Poconos, formed the G Unit, and it was a wrap from there. Yeah. And I say 50 was smart too, because he snatched up all the young kids from the hood. Because he knew all the older guys were scared of the guys we was warring with.
Yeah.
They from the same generation.
Yeah.
And we 20 years younger than them guys. So we really ain't care what they did back then.
Yeah, them time they had this up all of the OGs. Them,
so
like
we was warring the
and
OGs for fifth,
Yeah, no, and just did I ask you too, like, I never asked you if you're afraid, but like, were you afraid of dying? Like, you'd feel like, especially when your friend died, it was just like, I don't care.
We was immune to death.
Doing everything.
We was immune to death from early. Like me, I was always different. I knew what I signed up for. So like death was.
Well, your father won cup, so
we ain't really. I think that's why I'm still alive, because we ain't really had no fear.
Yeah.
We really stand.
But
on what
how
we
you
stand
not
on.
afraid of that? Like everybody, I feel like
Because
innate.
that's mandatory. That's the only thing that's guaranteed in life is death. You can't run from it. You can't do nothing about it. When it's your time, it's your time. So embrace it.
But then you can prolong life, like by
You think you could do that. Once God ready for you, he ready for
True.
you. You could plan anything out.
True. I mean, dying in your sleep different from dying by a
For
gunshot.
real. Yeah, but I don't know. I guess I got that from my moms too, because my mom's was a warrior. Yeah, so.
You don't feel like you got through trauma, like dealing with so many friends lost due to violence and
That's why I be high a lot.
Yeah, so I deal with it.
Even still, no. Even to this day, you still haven't gotten the chance to process and.
Nah, not when all your close friends died and seeing one of your personal homies die in front of you, and you really can't do nothing about it. You just gotta watch him lose his last breath, take his last breath.
Wow.
You get immune to that.
Yeah, immune.
So when the music started to take off with the crew,
boom. So after ASAP, as soon as we went to Poconos, right? Because before we used to do the G Unit mixtape. Rest in peace to DJ Rough Hands. This is another DJ from my community, 134 Jamaica, Queens. So when 50 was shot up, he used to do the mixtapes.
Yeah.
So we used to drop the 134 All-Star mixtape with all the local cats from the neighborhood. You know what I mean? So that's our and we used to drop new 50 Cents exclusive coming back. And then we dropped Lloyd Banks. That's how 50 found out who Lloyd Banks was. He heard Lloyd Banks on that mixtape. So he wound up snatching Lloyd Banks up too. So after that trip from the Poconos, 50 formed the crew, the street team, and then it was straight to work. We started dropping the mixtapes, and then me and 50, we had our company independent. We had the Hollow Point Entertainment. We dropped the Guess Who's Back CD. Yeah, that's the CD Eminem wound up hearing. I had 17% of that company.
So during these times, you're still up on the streets,
Yeah, we just started dropping the G Unit mixtape, introducing Tony Yayo and Lloyd Banks with 50 Cent.
So what about you? Like you're still there dealing with coke and heroin and everything that.
Nah, 50 ain't want us touching nothing at the time.
Okay.
So when 50 came here, he had a vision and we believed in him. So he was like, yo, put all that shit to the side, my nigga. I got a bigger vision than all that shit. Yeah.
And you were able to buy into it, like you believed in him.
That's the big homie. We used to look up to 50 too, like how Freaky Ty was the rapper from the hood. 50 was the street legend. He the drug lord, so he already had all the influence. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie, he used to get more money than the rappers.
Oh,
back then,
So he's a businessman.
I could never lie on him or shit on the guy. You know? I could just talk about what he did me wrong, but the guy lived. He that deal, man. I would never sit here and shit on him. No. His life is real.
So talk about how him do you wrong though. How that fallout? It's infamous now. Like how the falling out going. What happened?
Well, we taking off G Unit popping at the time. It's a lot going on. You know what I mean? Shout out to Eminem. Shout out to Dr. Dre. So it's a lot going on. The altercation really happened on tour. Like one of my little homies and the road manager, we wound up beating up the manager, long story short. So 50 ain't really like that. But I really...
No, Allah.
Yeah, no.
I just casually just mentioned him.
The road manager deserved it because there was a lot of things going on at the time I ain't approve of. But I'm not no rat. 50 is hella busy. I'm not going to run back and tell him no petty shit right now. It's too much money being made. You know what I mean? So like, long story short, I give you a few petty shit the road manager used to do. So I had my own tour bus, like all the shooters on this bus. Me and my niggas from the hood. Rest in peace, Ice. Rest in peace, Star. Rest in peace, Flip. A lot of people died behind this.
Yeah, we just say,
and this is the entourage in G Unit. Like a lot of people died behind us. So boom, I give you, we eating getting food, all right? You know, we all got per diems. So we got our own budget for when it come to food and shit. But our food coming up short. We got to share McDonald's and all that. Split burgers in half. So I really ain't like that.
That sound like fuckery for real.
Yeah. That's the road manager, because what they be doing, they be skimming off the top to save money for the back end. There's real sneaky things that be going on the road. And they take the little petty stuff too, because it add up. The shit that people ain't going to look at.
Yeah, so the per diem.
Yeah, so long story short, one day I ain't approve of it. So I say, yo, I got a chance to beat this boy ass, I'm going to beat his ass. You know what I mean? Like another example, the hotel rooms, they ain't big suites. We in double bunks, 20 niggas with all guns. But that's supposed to be Smurfs. So I wouldn't tell 50 this petty shit, too much shit going on. So I should have did it though. That's why I messed up at. But long story short, we beat the road manager up. The opportunity presented itself. We beat the road manager up. 50 ain't really like that.
1 tree.
You know what I mean? So, but where I messed up at too, because he asked me what happened, and instead of me explaining the situation, I caught a little attitude like, yo, ask your man what happened. Ask him why he got washed up. So after that, 50 just flew all of us back home.
And that was it? That was the end of the relationship?
Yeah. Well, we still had a relationship because then we started throwing shots at each other. So I'm back in the hood now.
Wait, wasn't there like a situation where you did get arrested and him never was supposed to be?
I'm going to get up to that. So while I'm in the hood now, right, I started working on my artist, Domination. You know what I mean? That's like my brother. Everybody know each other. We all from the same neighborhood, right? So I'm working on Domination to impress him now. I was like, boom, boys send me back home. Let me show him I'm business minded. So that's when I started working on my artist. Okay. So in that process, I was in the hood 4 months before I caught a case. So in that process, I caught a case. A dude knocked one of my homies out in front of me. You know I can't let that go down.
Of course not.
Long story short, we had a bang out. We got caught up in a shootout. I got caught on the getaway. I mean, long story short, I went to jail. I'm on Rikers Island, Beacon, 10 block. I'm calling the hood now. I told you, me and 50 had our own company together. I generated 1.3 million from the Hollow Point Entertainment situation. So I'm calling him for my money. He ain't send me my money. He told me I got to learn a lesson. So that's what hurt my heart, you heard? So my mother had to put her house up. And then, you know, my street niggas, they put up at Sunny 500 US, and, you know, I'm back on the street. And it was on from there. I took that personal. Yeah.
Have you ever been... Now listening to you, and I was watching a couple of the interviews. I don't know, they're probably years ago. Not the no joke.
Yeah, all them joints though. I'm not even on that wave no more. I'm in a better space.
That's
I'm
what
more
I'm
at
saying.
peace.
It seemed like you were very aggressive, like, you know, like, oh, you're ready for cuss and blah. But
yeah, that was back then.
So how are you able now to come to some sort of accountability to and like say, well, yo,
my bad,
I know what I did wrong.
I'm 42 years old now.
Thank you.
So when you hit a certain stage in life, growth must kick in. I think Muhammad Ali said this, right? If you think in the same way you was 20, 30 years ago, you wasted 20, 30 years of your life.
True.
You know, so, you know, I'm at a space in my life. I'm happy. I just had a baby.
Oh, congrats.
So, you know, I'm cool. I'm chilling.
Yeah. So that was the reason why you got deported? Or is like...
that case is why I got deported.
So, wow.
Yeah.
But like, weren't you a citizen?
No. I was a permanent resident.
Oh, your green card.
Yeah, so once you got an aggravated felon, they revoking that once you catch an aggravated felon.
Wow, so you couldn't even fight it? Like there was no way?
Yeah, we fought it, but remember, I was a high profile case too, so I beat so much cases in America, and they had no choice but to get rid of me.
So you would think about like reapplying? Like
I've been a few times. They shut me down, but they just changed a few laws, so I should be eligible now. Yeah. Because
that's what I was wondering too. Like when you come back, how was you weren't close to your dad.
Nah, my transition was hard, man.
Yes.
I could keep it real on here. I almost
Please.
lost my mind, almost went mad, all that out
Yeah,
there.
like, but I got asked you, like, while you were there, did you keep any connections whatsoever to Trinidad?
Nah,
No.
none at all. I ain't know nobody down here when I came back. And you know, once you get deported.
Because it's pretty much you and like a plastic bag. Like when you see
that's
the
it.
videos.
And when they let you off that plane, you on your own.
Yeah.
So if you got nowhere to go, you just homeless.
So how
you
you
in front of the airport.
So how you able for real? Like you say you was gonna go mad. Like sure, how you able for pass going mad to being able to function now?
I had to shake it off, man. I had to shake it off, find myself, you know.
So I mean, you had to make friends. Like did you?
Yeah, I definitely made friends. I made friends. I got close with my family. I made friends. I got a bunch of sisters and brothers down here. So you know, we all got close. I know them.
But I mean, I'm sure they're like you're a stranger. Like you're a stranger to them. They're a stranger to you. So
yeah, but my sister always used to come back and forth though. So they already knew me.
Okay.
They just ain't know me physically, but they already knew of me.
So just speak a little bit. Like I don't know if I feel like I'm cutting you off, but just share a little bit of your transition though, like from.
Well,
US to
it was
Trinidad.
hard. What really kept me motivated and afloat, I still had a lot of support from America. Like I said, Federal Star, that was the consultant of my company.
Yeah.
Still to this day. So when I threw my label launch, Feed the Wolves Entertainment, I had all my guys from America flying in. Federal hosted it. My brother Domination came in, you know, doing a lot of shows, you know what I mean, promotion and a lot of stuff for hip hop. Like I could make you laugh right now. Like all them dancehall artists you interview, all of them used to try to rap. This is how I first met Prince Swanee. You know, I used to be down in St. Paul's with my family.
Yeah, we've heard some other stuff.
Yeah, Swanee used to try to rap first. So when I first
Rihanna.
Yeah, Rihanna, all of them. You know what I mean? Toppy Boss, all of them. So when I first came down here, that's how I met Swanee. My boy, one of my homies, introduced him to me. But at the time, you know, the accent and the hip hop, I wasn't really liking it because it ain't really sound good. So I just used to still, you know, give him advice, keep working, and, you know, do your thing. But that's what I did. When I first came down here, I started working with a lot of hip hop artists too as well.
Okay. Yeah. So you pretty much became like you started a record label while here. So that was your way of transitioning but still keep connecting.
And started rapping because I never rapped in America.
Yeah, okay.
So when I came to Trinidad, I started rapping. I used myself as a stepping stone to get my company popping.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. So you were able to sign Trinidad hip hop artists?
Yeah.
Okay. Like who?
Yeah. Nemesis, Gazzy Gates, Primo Sparks.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know those names.
So all of this song, you do a this song for 50?
Yeah.
So even that was done here?
This down here?
Yeah.
Now all that was done in America. All that beefing was done in America.
Okay.
Only beefing done in here was just the blogs or whatever.
Yeah.
All the music we stem from, because my artist is Domination. I never really rap. You know, I handle more business. I'm more a businessman. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the beating of managers. And
You gotta get the money right.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to just beat a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in this business, you gotta go up over south some people head, man.
No. Violence is never the answer.
They only respect violence in this business, man.
That's true.
Telling you.
So what's your thoughts on the whole Trinidad movement now? You said you were able to give them advice earlier and them career when they was rapping and thing like
the Trinidad movement, I got a little hand of playing that too. Me and my homie Mr. LA. He's a Jamaican. He not here right now. He went back to Jamaica, but he did a lot of work for a lot of them dancehall artists, and I was vice president of the company. He had Para Music.
Okay.
You know, so he did a lot of recording for these artists, like Rebel Sixx. I was the first guy to bring Rebel Sixx to the studio.
Okay.
Not like, see, when he recorded the G City song, that's where it took off from.
You sure you're not one person out of 6 persons saying that very same thing? That you're the first to bring him in the studio? Like,
Nah, I'm Smurf. I'm Bang Em.
All right.
To keep it real, he was signing me and Mr. LA.
Okay.
Before anybody, Para Music.
Bravo, can you confirm this? Cause
I'm the man. Let me tell you, son. I'm the man that brought Rebel Sixx to the studio.
Okay.
The Para Music. You heard all them songs you were saying after G City?
Yeah.
That was me.
But no one, nobody in the comments I say, yo.
Every time you hear Noble Touch,
that
was Para Music producer.
People say, oh, Bang Em cap. That's cap. Bring him first.
That's never cap, you heard? But when I'm saying, whatever he was doing years ago when he was a little kid, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah,
because the song G City is what put him on. I ain't know who the kid was at. I ain't know who the kid was at the time, right?
Yeah.
So I used to be in St. Paul. My family is Tayo on them. That's my family. Before they was even big in the game, I big the whole St. Paul's up in Trinidad. I bring every artist as you could think about through St. Paul's, Trinidad James, French Montana. You could Google all that in the hood.
So that's how even Prince Tony and Trinidad James link up.
Because of me. How you think he got on the Sway Show?
Yeah.
Trinidad James is my homie. I'm not dissing nobody. I'm keeping it real. I just work from the background. I like to see people do good.
And that Sway in the morning shit was a good look.
And the thing is, too, I was just trying to figure out, too, like, you are
that's
more
my link. Trinidad James, my little brother.
That discover people.
Yeah.
Like you're
and I like collecting the dots behind the scene, too.
Yeah.
I'm not really with the makeup shit. So long story short, so I'm on St. Paul's one day. I go check Ty. I think it was around his birthday. I know it was around January. I think it was the boss' birthday or whatever. So we all out there lambing or whatever. This is the first time I ever met Rebel, right? So my homie, it was really Molly who introduced me to the kids. So I don't want to take nobody's shine, right? So my homie Molly was like, yo, this the kid Rebel I was telling you about. Let's do something with him. So I was like, all right, I got the studio, man. I'm linking with my boy, Mr. LA. And that's when we had the studio in Coolville. Shout out to King Denny, because that's him and his pop shit. We used to rent it out from them. So we took Rebel to the studio, and from there he took off, man. Yeah, all his songs, like, Noble Touch.
So how you felt when he died? Like, was it like just another somebody that you know died, or you?
Yeah, but I seen that coming.
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
Remember, I'm in the streets and I'm around everything.
Oh, so explain that.
I'm around. When I seen it coming, like from America, I could see when things get drastic. I see things ahead of time. I'm a general. I'm real militant.
So what was it?
So let me tell you, at that time, Trinidad was starting to take off now. Everybody making a name for themselves. So that's when ego get involved. This one got animosity with this one got animosity with this one got, and it started clashing. Because each artist got their own boss.
Yeah.
So when the bosses start getting involved now, you calling up boss's name, and that's not your field or your lane now. You're an artist. This shit is mafia city out here in Trinidad. You gotta know who names you playing with. So I seen all that coming already. Like once you start dissing this hood and this hood and this hood, this one be, what gonna happen? Violence coming after that.
Yeah.
So the separation started when everybody.
So were you able to call Sixx and say, "Oh, Sixx, cool it"?
I used to talk to him all the time. Remember, I'm in the studio with him, making sure he eat, making sure he get what he wants.
So what was the advice to him?
Like, yo, bro, just do music. Stop calling out all these people names. Don't worry about that artist. Just do music.
Was he receptive to the advice?
No, that's why I stepped to the side. I seen all this ahead of time. So if anybody want to know why I got out the picture, I seen all this. I stepped to the side, man.
As they say, you got you out of them.
Yeah, I seen this already. And I already know what's going to happen. And I avoided all that shit, man, because I knew that was going to happen, man.
He's a survivor.
Yeah, I know how to survive, man. I'm a general.
A street savant, if you will.
Yeah, so, and that's why it is in Trinidad, man, you know?
Well, I don't want to ask you, like, when you got dipped, like, did you get involved in any, like, similar criminal activities, like you were involved in, overseas?
Nah, man, I'm a hustler, man. I know how to get money.
So you never...
Only time, like even when I'm drilling, anything that happened in my situation in life and I'm getting busy is not my situation. I know how to move. I don't get in a situation. Anytime I get in a situation, it's for somebody else. I got deported for being loyal for somebody else. I know how to move. I'm real respectable. I'm real humble. So that means if you disrespect a respectable person, you know how we take that, right?
So the hustle was music when you got
You know, and a bunch of other different hustles. I got artists, I do interviews, I do all kind of shit. Like certain people, they gotta pay me just to talk. So I be getting money, man. I'm a hustler. I know how to figure it out. And then I started doing the youth.
Connects, right?
Yeah, and then
we broke over here.
Nah, but what's dope about it? All my young boys rich too. Like French Montana. Like before he even got rich, he used to do DVDs. I did one of his first DVDs ever. And that's one that sold the most copies ever because he was the first one that ever got the me and 50 Beefin interview. Like fresh when it started, before he even started rapping.
Yeah,
so that's why me and friends still.
He used to be like an interview or something.
Yeah, before he used to come to hood and he used that as a stepping stone to get popping.
Yeah.
So he built relationships with all the artists now because he's doing interviews with them. So he built a relationship and he used that as a stepping stone.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's why me and friends so close. I did his first interview for one of his DVDs, his first DVD ever in it. Cause of me, it sold the most ever. So
you still keep connected with him?
Yeah, French my dog. Every time he come up out here, you could see us on the yachts together with marshals, flipping over 3-story yachts and all that, man. All
so
that's
now every French shoots a beef with 50. You see?
Yeah, no, but not because of that. I had a relationship with French before that. That's what I'm saying.
That's a little link there.
Yeah.
You more into hip hop than me. Now. This is all news to me.
For real.
Yeah, so how you see the Trinidad movement going now? Like, you feel like there's...
I love it, man. I just wish we could stick together like how it started, that unity. Because when before the egos got involved, everybody was one, man. Like, everybody was one link. I wish we could go back to the one link. There's too much war right now, too much bodies dropping, man. Like that music they talk about is real. Bodies dropping behind that.
So, I mean, you see this, you know what's happening. Like, are you able to share these sentiments with key players and like, you know?
Yeah, you know, we talk, but Trinidad Mafia City, man, this shit different out here. This a baby Mexico. There's so much talking you could do. And plus it's generating so much money now, so ain't nobody really want to hear nothing, man. Especially the only people, let me tell you, the only people that could put this to end is the bosses, the real bosses.
So the Beefin generates money?
Not really, no. No.
Okay.
No.
Because you say there's too much money, so.
Meaning the dancehall artists is really getting booked and flying all over the world now.
Okay.
They getting their fame, they getting their weight up.
Okay.
So now everybody know who the Beatum Gardens is, who St. Paul's is, who Mova is, who Maloney is worldwide. You know what I mean? So that fame get to their head too, man. It's power you dealing with now.
True.
More recognition, more power.
We just talked to Tappy Boss and he expressed the same thing. Like he had to take a step back. And,
it's real.
Reevaluate
all the
things.
smart ones would. All the guys who the followers going to run behind that, but the smart guys going to step to the side and get their money, man.
You did play a part in the peace treaty between...
Nah, I'm an OG. I really don't get involved in the little kid shit. That's them little kid shit. I really don't get involved in that. I'm a boss. I come out when the big dogs need advice. And plus I be by myself. I rock back. Man, this they territory. This they situation. Man, so I really don't.
I get that.
Most I could do is give them advice and hey, that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because you're so close to Rebel Sixx, you had to, give him advice and try to guide him. That's why he's so close there.
Now Rebel, bro, he's still the most talented guy down here to me. Him and K-Line.
How old people must say that?
Me and K-Line, like before they died, they had the whole Trinidad turned up, man. It wouldn't have been no 7, no nothing. I don't want to lie. It's real. I don't wave me off. I'm keeping it real. They had the whole Trinidad turned up.
Everybody that we've spoken to said.
You know what I mean? That's when they died. That's when the other guys got their alley hooping. They started taking over. You know what I mean? Because Swanee did set it off, but when them guys came, I don't know. The youths just loved them kids. Yeah. Plus, Rebel was more versatile. He's more a lyricist. He could switch his style up, touch any subject, his flow, his format.
Yeah.
I witnessed him in the studio. He doing 3-4 songs a day. Yeah, he's a beast in the studio.
And then the Sixx affiliation, I'm sure they heard.
Squash was co-signing him.
That's in Jamaica.
And then, Tayo, the big homie. So you know how that go. Yeah.
I mean, when you see that, K-Lion and Rebel Sixx and so many others, like their life cut down short, like, how you feel? Like,
I feel bad because they youths. They all 22, 23. They little kids, so they ain't really got to see their full potential. Yeah. They ain't really got to take it to the limit they could have took it to. So that really hurt me. I like to see, and that's one of my passions, seeing other people do good. So that's why I do a lot of stuff for Trinidad. I just like to see other people do good. So that definitely hurt me, man.
I want to know, is there ever experience survivor's guilt? Like say, I shouldn't be here, right?
Nah, I know I'm supposed to be here. I know I'm supposed to be here.
I mean, you've had so many close calls. I mean, your friends dying. And you see,
You've seen so much shit.
Yeah, jail time, going to jail. I got cut in jail. They almost killed me in jail.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh.
You fight somebody again?
Yeah, you know, beef from the street.
So you end up in this same cell with your enemy?
Now, the same jail is my enemy, though.
Oh, yeah. It's the
same thing,
jail.
but sometimes you do end up in the same cell with your enemy. But so it wasn't the same cell, but the same jail.
Same jail.
I'm assuming block or whatever.
Yeah, B block.
Yeah. So like, so you didn't know, you never know when he did that go in there?
Yeah, I know when he got, because I was there before him.
Oh, so So
anybody from Queens that come in, they going to tell me like, yo, such and such from Queens here, because I'm from Queens.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to shank you?
Nah, we could get to that. So boom, when the kid got to the jail, I already knew he was coming. Well, I already knew he was there. So boom, I checked him in the yard at first. I went and checked his temperature and shit. He ain't want to look at me. So I said, all right, he's soft or whatever. So I had to come up with a game plan because I know these old timers. They'll play soft and they'll come sneaky.
Yeah.
So I already knew if he was official, we would have got it on right there. So boom, I walked off or whatever. Long story short, the next day he came out for the yard, but he came out after me. So I said, you know what, I'm going to pull up on the guy. So me and a few of my homies went pull up on him. I'm just checking his temperature to feel him out now. So when I checked the kid, I'm like, yo, bro, you don't got to worry about no situations happening in here. Whatever happened in the streets, we going to keep it in the streets. We in jail now. Homie fell for that. I said, all right, cool. He just gave me more time to plan my attack because he tried to kill me in the town. He took a hit on me. Yeah, so this is my first time seeing him. So I'm just trying to rock him to sleep to put my plan in motion, you heard? So long story short, they want to move.
Batman, them get prep time.
Yeah. So long story short, I got him comfortable. You got to get them comfortable. This is the art of war. You got to get them comfortable so they could, you know what I mean? Be off guard. So long story short, they want to moving him from my block to A block now. But I
mean, the CEOs probably got wind that, you know.
Nah, they ain't got no win yet because, you know, I did it real smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, doubt it was anything. I played it off good. But they moved him to A block. He wound up coming back to B block for a softball game. So that was my opportunity to get him now. This nigga come to jail to play softball. Big killer like you. I said, nah, I'm about to embarrass this nigga, you heard? So I called one of my little homies over. I had all the weed and shit in jail. So I called one of my little homies over like, yo, here, take some weed. You see that nigga when he got up to bat, just cut him for me. The little homie went and did that. Just cut the nigga with a bat in his hand. He dropped the bat and just started running around, holding his face. You know what I mean? So long story short, they already knew where he came from. You know what I mean? Because the first name he mentioned was me. So long story short, 2 days later, I hit him on a Friday. I got cut the Monday. So I already knew it was war because I felt the tension the whole weekend from the OGs he was with because he an old time. So I could see the OGs and them scheming or whatever. So I hit my baby mom. So I'm like, yo, bring like 10 scalpels up. So me and my homie, we was just going to shut the yard down that Monday. Just hit everything. You heard? So boom, my baby mom's wound up missing the visit, you heard? So that morning while I'm waiting on my visit, these sneaky ass old timers ran up in my cell and did me dirty, you heard? Yeah, because I hit they boy the Friday, they Monday, they hit me. So I had to fight for my life, man. I got my whole shit cut open right here.
Oh, shit.
All that shit.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, 33 stitches inside and outside.
Wow.
So it's like is it like a cut or?
Yeah, I got hit with a rug cutter, but they tried to cut me up all over, man. I had to fight, bang my way up out of that. I don't know how I got up out of that. Thank God, man. So they just got me here, but they was trying to cut my whole face up, neck up, everything.
Oh my God.
Yeah, God, oh my God, because he was definitely with me. Shout out to God.
I'm never going to prison.
Yeah, don't go to prison. And especially
don't go to prison.
Yeah, don't go to prison. And I was in maximum age, so I was in Sing Sing, Shawangunk, and Attica. Them the most brutalest jails in America.
How long were you in jail for?
I did 4 years for my case before I got deported. Then I went to the feds. That's immigration.
Yeah.
I went to Batavia and Buffalo.
And then you spent another?
Spend a few months there, then get deported.
Yeah,
because they got to reach back out of Trinidad, make sure I'm from there, get all my documents in order and all that. Yeah.
Wow. Your life.
Yeah, man. So that was another one, man. I don't know how I made it out. And them old timers, they all big. They big like Kevin, all that, man. Grimy, man. Yeah.
So you fight those so that you...
I'm on my back kicking all kind of shit, man. Like a female. I'm on my back. I'm on the bed. Popping on this one, kicking this one, man. It was crazy, man.
And even then, you weren't even afraid of death?
Nah.
Cha-cha.
Nah. My mind was like, I gotta get up out of here.
At that time, probably too busy to fight for life.
You know when your adrenaline rushing,
man,
you start doing superhero shit. You know
what I'm saying,
I mean, them time probably when you're in the throes of it, you probably feel like but did the COs come in time? Like
nah, see what they did too. I told you them old timers is sneaky, right? Mm-hmm. They was yard porters. I don't know if you know what a porter is in jail. Like they got the job to clean the yard.
Okay.
So a porter is somebody who clean around the jail or whatever. That's like a job. So they was yard porters. So they waited before the yard come back in and hit me. They did it real smart. Because I'm in Sing Sing. This jail is the first jail that built. Al Capone and all the mafia has been in this jail. It's like the first jail in America, Sing Sing. So when you hit the latch on the tiers, like 72 cells on the tiers. So when you hit one latch, all the tiers open up. So the Tonky don't got time. Well,
a maximum security
the CO, don't got time to check everybody joint. So one of the homies that was down with the hit, because they had some outsiders to bring the CO around to the other side. So that's how they had a chance to run up in my cell. Yeah, they did it real strategic. I like them. They planned that good.
Do you go to school?
Because they know they couldn't catch me on my feet too. They had to catch me in my sleep.
Yeah. Like, do you go to schools and tell these stories and tell people like stay away from gang banging?
Yeah, I do. I definitely do. Yeah. Because you really got to be built for this, man. Yeah, you really got to be built, man. I seen the toughest fold, the biggest fold. Yeah. Start telling everything.
And are the kids receptive? Are they like, or do they think this is cool and I want to be like you?
Nah, some of them really hit it because I give it to them raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it to them raw.
So like, do schools invite you in? Like, do you do things like that?
I do a few schools,
So what's the conversations like with them? Like?
Same thing we talking about, man. Stay away from this lifestyle because I'm giving it to them raw, man. You're thinking I really teach them about respect because respect could take you a long way in life. You understand? True. Like respect your mother, respect your father, respect everybody. You dig?
True.
Because you got to give respect to get respect.
True.
Yeah. So I touch a lot on that for them. Drop them kind of jewels, you know, and confidence and low self-esteem because that's what most of our youths is dealing with.
Yeah.
Low self-esteem, lack of confidence. You know.
True.
Yeah. Well, hopefully somebody watching this, get some jewels on this.
Yeah. There's a lot of jewels. So I don't want nobody to be in this lifestyle, man. Yeah. Stay away, man. If I had a chance to do it again, I would do it again.
You would?
Yeah.
Wait, you'd be a hustler, street hustler again?
Nah, I try to go another route.
Did you say you would?
You would do it again, like you would do the same.
If I had a chance to do it over, I'd do it over. Even though I had a blessed life, that was great, but it took a lot of shit to get here. But I say that because I had kids in America. I ain't see them in 10 years. So I miss a lot of their life.
Wow.
My mother's sick right now. She ill, so I can't really be there for her.
I was just about to ask, is like your mom still alive?
Yeah, she's still alive, but she loved how I stayed out of trouble 15 years and I'm doing good things down here. But I would rather be there with them.
So is she able to
She can't really travel no more because all the surgeries and shit she taking right now. Like she got 2 big surgeries she got to take this year on her eyes and her knees. She just had spinal surgery. So, so I just wish I could be there for them right now. So that's why I'm really fighting hard right now to get back. So
and then the kids that you left overseas, like...
Yeah, they grown now, man.
Yeah,
my daughter 24.
Are you able to connect with her?
21. Yeah, we still talking all that, but me and their moms fell out. So and that's why when I said I started tripping, that's what had me tripping when I was
okay.
Yeah.
Because you weren't able to because you never have
they
family
used to come
here.
down back and forth when I first got here. My family, the first 2 years.
But then what? She stopped that.
Yeah, she couldn't do the Trinidad thing no more. I guess I would go. She found a man, and I'm too far. I would go. So that really hurt my heart because I'm big on family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I say that.
So that's why I said if I could do it again, I'd do it again just to make up for my moms and my kids because
Yeah, I get that. What do you think you want your legacy to be? Like after everything is said and done?
Man, just to remember as a dude that was real and never faking. A big-hearted dude that really gave back to his people and really did for his people and really tried for his people. Yeah.
Both in America and Trinidad?
In Trinidad too.
Okay.
All over. I touch a lot of people just by my story. You know, because I was loyal to the bone for guys. Like I did a lot of stuff for guys. I left out a lot of stuff in here. You
know say
I figure
so much so that you wrote a book, right?
Yeah, I definitely got a book on Amazon right now. Yeah, good one. Yeah.
What's the name of the book?
Wisdom of a Wolf.
Wisdom of a Wolf.
Yeah,
wolf is your whole spirit animal. I'm assuming. Like why the wolf?
The G behind you. I just like how a wolf move in packs. You know. And they stick together.
Nearly did introduce him, so we have a wolf in the building.
Yeah, and they don't leave nobody behind. Yeah, and they protect their elders.
That's true. Like, yeah.
Well, give thanks for taking the time out to tell us some of the story. You know,
man. Thanks to y'all, man, because this is a big network as well. Shout out to the Fix, man. Shout out to the whole Jamaica. Yeah. Shout out to everybody in Jamaica doing y'all thing because Jamaica don't know the influence they got on Trinidad before I even got here.
Yeah.
Yo, I tell you, we're out here, we're see it first. We should just hear, but we're see it first hand.
Yeah, this is a big Jamaica culture. So just for y'all being here, this is a blessing for Trinidad.
Wow.
Yeah, for years too, not just now, for years.
No,
from reggae,
I realize, because you mentioned that like the Trinidadians when they rap the song, the accent.
Like Trini.
But when you hear them with the dancehall, you could have swear
they're Jamaica.
Yeah. So you're right. It makes sense.
Now
them
the
for
influence
the dancehall.
Jamaica. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. I would never. Y'all influence is huge.
Yeah. But we start hip hop.
Yeah.
DJ Cooler.
Yeah. I did a whole documentary on that, touching on that. Definitely did, man. Definitely did the steel pan and all that. Played a lot with the instruments and these things, man.
But even in New York and around that time, like Jamaican culture was big and
but I told you I was up there in the 80s, man.
Yeah.
So I witnessed all that firsthand from the Bronx, everything. I witnessed it.
So not just even music, but I mean, you know,
the streets everywhere, man. Man. You can't be in America. Even the American kids, they love their beef patty and cocoa bread. Every day after school,
I've heard that.
We're gonna get our beef patty and cocoa bread, and the cream soda in the bottle.
Where? Which go? Is like a shop or?
Well, we had Sybil's out there. Shout out to Sybil's. That was a dope spot. But I forgot the name of the Jamaican beef patty restaurant. It was on 165 on Jamaica Avenue, the Coliseum block.
Just know, say as good as you think that tastes, it not tastes as good as the Jamaican.
I know, that's why I gotta get over there.
I was about to ask, have you ever been to Jamaica?
Nah, I'm be coming this year though. Me and Big Kev gonna pull up.
Wait, what's your you really don't, most of your connection is in Trinidad. Like there's nobody that you know in Jamaica?
Yeah, I got a whole team in Jamaica, man.
Like who?
Man, I got whole people. I got people's deported all over the world, man. From Germany, France, Australia, Turkey.
We never mean it, sir.
They might have an international network of deported people.
Yeah. I got shout out to my homie, one of my OGs out there, Beanie. He got sent back home. He an OG out there in Kingston.
Beanie Man. No.
Nah, not Beanie Man. My homie Beanie. Yeah, he was one of like the biggest weed guys in Queens. He back in Jamaica now. I gotta go check him. That's my dog. Yo, Beanie, I know you won't see this. You can't say I forgot about you. So when I get there, just make sure I'm good.
It is right.
Wow. Yeah. This was fun.
Yeah.
I mean, sad. But fun.
Nah, you know why it's not sad? Because growth. That's experience.
True. Yeah.
So it's the experience that makes us who we are.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for the experience.
I mean, is there any plans to turn your movie into like a documentary? I mean, a life into a movie or something?
We doing that right now.
Yeah, really?
I got my own production company right now, so that's why I'm working on studio, everything getting built right now.
Okay.
Podcasts, everything coming. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of production and stuff for like the youth.
Yeah.
Like teaching them, like a program for them to learn that. Yeah, because we need more programs and stuff out here for the kids. So they really like the music. So we could teach them how to edit videos and be a photographer, play with the cameras and stuff. So yeah, that's what my plans to do that for the youth.
Nice.
Good luck, man.
Paying it forward.
Yeah,
which is right. Give thanks. Where the people can find on the social media?
Yeah, you could catch me on Instagram, Bang Em FDW. And y'all could check out my YouTube channel, Bang Em Smurf Media. That's coming, my podcast and all that on my side.
See it there?
Yeah.
Yo, you ever think like reach out to 50 and say, yo, squash anything, man?
Nah, he know his love. We talking
Are
riddles.
you sure?
We talking riddles. We gangsters. He know his love. He seen my last big interview on No Jumping. That's like one of the top 5. Yeah, I got good feedback from them.
Yeah.
Well, not personally, but...
Nah, personally.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so no good, no?
Yeah, we've been good.
Oh.
He was just waiting for me to come down to reality.
Nice.
See that. Give thanks again, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank y'all, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
it. Now read that. Yo, Big Kev. Yeah, spread corona.